My name's Marilyn Farnworth, and today we're going to talk a little bit about glutes and hamstrings. Your glutes are your buttocks, or the biggest muscle in your body, and your hamstrings are in the back of your leg. So sometimes when they get very tight, it can cause low back pain, it can cause knee pain, problems with your hips. So what I'm going to do today is show you 9 different stretches or poses that will help you to combat this problem. So the first one we're going to do is called the figure 4 or pretzel pose, and it's also a balancing pose. So if you have a chair or a wall close by, you may want to use it for support. So you're going to take your left leg, cross it over top of the right, and then sit down into that number 4 or pretzel pose. You can also take your hands in front in balance, or you can take your hand on the chair, or you can also put it on the wall. So with this here, you're stretching out your outer glute or your buttocks here. You're also working on some balance, stability. And once again, you should hold the poses for 3 to 5 breaths or 20 to 30 seconds. And the same thing, we're going to use your right leg, cross it over top of the left, sitting down, and if you want, you can use the other hand just to gently push down only on the thigh, don't push on the knee. And once again, you can take the hands in front and balance, or you can use the hand at the side in order to protect you and help you in this particular pose. The next one we're going to do is called pyramid. And so with pyramid, you're going to take your left leg forward. You're going to take your right leg, and it's going to be about 3 to 4 feet behind you. And it's going to be on a 45-degree angle. So you're really lining your heels up. You're going to take a deep inhale. As you exhale, you're just hinging at the hips in a nice forward fold. You're going to try to bring your chest down towards that front thigh. And the leg is almost straight. You want to just have a slight bend in the knee. And in pyramid pose, we're really getting a nice stretch in the back of that hamstring. And you can keep your hands here on the ground. You can reach it here if you want to do a little bit of a balance. You can even bring your arms behind you and interlock them. So whatever's comfortable, whatever works for you. Stretching out that front hamstring. And breathe. Doing the same thing on the other side. Taking that right leg forward, left leg lining the heels up, and taking the toe on a 45-degree angle. Leaning forward, make sure that you're coming from the hips, pushing that navel to the spine, bringing that chest down towards the thigh. Feel the strength and stretch in the back of that hamstring. Use that breath, deep inhale and exhale. And once again, you can make it into a balance. You can take the hands behind you, clasp them behind, or you can put them in prayer position behind. Feel that nice stretch all the way down the back of that hamstring and the top of your thigh. And very slowly walk it back up, coming up 1 vertebrae at a time. The next pose is going to be a standing split pose. You can also do a 3-legged dog, which is similar, but we're going to do the standing split today. So we're going to take a deep inhale, exhale, fold forward once again from the hips, push the navel to the spine, placing those hands down on the mat. And you're going to raise that left leg up as high as it'll go, point it towards the ceiling. You can lift one hand, bring it towards the ankle on the other leg. Feel that nice extension all the way through the body. Lifting it up as far as you can. You can lower the head then down towards the leg in our nice standing split. And once again, breathe. Use that breath. Very slowly lower that leg down. And you're going to lift the right leg up, point it towards the ceiling. Extending that body, feeling that split in both legs.
Once again, you can grab a hold of the ankle here. Bring the chest down towards that thigh. Deep inhale and exhale. Extend it farther up. Use that breath. And then very slowly come up one vertebrae at a time. Your head comes up last. Nice shoulder rolls, getting any tension out of that neck. And the next one we're going to do is a rag doll. So you're going to take a deep inhale, exhale into that forward fold, again bending from the hips. Bring it all the way down. And then we're just going to grab a hold of our elbows. And you can just gently sway side to side like a rag doll, releasing that lower back and feeling that nice stretch in the back of those hamstrings. And just hold it here. Deep inhale and exhale in that nice ragdoll position. And once again, coming up very slowly, one vertebrae at a time. Shoulders roll back. You might feel a little lightheaded, so that's why we say come up very, very slowly. Standing hamstring stretch. We have two options here. So you can take your left leg forward. You're bending that right leg, leaning just gently forward on the thigh. Remember, pushing on the thigh, not the knee. And you can grab the toe of that left leg. Looking slightly forward in front of you. Feeling a stretch in our left hamstring. And breathe. If you want to intensify that stretch, if you have a chair, you can do the same thing. And I'm going to do it with the opposite leg this time. So we're going to take it out, lean forward from the hips, grab that toe, and you'll find a little deeper stretch in the back of that hamstring. So if you lift it off the ground, it's going to be a little bit more intense. Lean it forward, keep that head up, looking over that toe. Feeling that nice extension. You'll also feel a bit in the calf as well. And breathe. So again, you can do it on the mat, floor, or use the chair. Next one is going to be our seated forward fold. So we're going to come down onto the mat, and I'm going to turn sideways because it'll be a little easier for you to see me. And it's similar to the standing forward fold. We're going to take a deep inhale. We're going to exhale and fold from the hips, leaning forward, getting our chest down. We're going to flex those feet. And on each exhalation, we're going to try to get a little deeper and deeper into that pose. Deep inhale and exhale. Using that breath. Deep inhale. Feeling that nice stretch in the back of those hamstrings. Breathe. Use that breath. Deep inhale and exhale. And then very slowly come up one vertebrae at a time. Reclined big toe pose, and we're going to use, you can use a strap, you can use a TheraBand, you can use a towel for it. So we're going to lie down on our mat. We're going to take that right leg up, and we're going to just gently place that strap or that towel over top of the right leg, and we're going to pull that leg towards our head. Make sure that you have your shoulders down, push the navel to the spine, flex that foot. You're going to feel a really nice stretch in the back of that hamstring. Deep inhale and exhale. Holding it here. Breathe. Deep inhale, exhale. Pull it a little closer towards your chest. Breathe. And then just gently release that strap, release that leg. Hug that left leg in towards the chest, straighten it, place that strap around it, and then pull it towards your head. Use that breath, Deep inhale and exhale. Feel the nice stretch in the back of that leg. Flex that foot. You can go a little higher on the strap to pull it closer. You can also lift your head up if you wish, bringing it closer to the chest, and breathe. Use that breath. Deep inhale and exhale. Release that strap, and we're just going to place it down here. And then we're going to do our knee to the opposite shoulder stretch. So we're going to hug that right knee into our chest, straighten that left leg out. We're going to take that left hand and we're just going to gently pull that leg over to the side. And we're going to have the right arm extended, and we're going to look over top of that right shoulder. And breathe. Make sure your shoulders are both down and out of your ears and on the mat. When it starts to lift up, that means you're going too far. So just go as far as your flexibility will allow. And you can extend that leg, so you can straighten the leg and use that left arm to support it. And you'll get an even deeper stretch here through the glute and through the hamstring. So this will give you both. The first one here is more just in the glute, but when you extend the leg, you're getting the hamstring in. And breathe. Hug that knee back into the chest, lower it down. And then take that left leg, hug it in, take that right arm and right hand, pull that leg across the body, extending and opening up that left side of your chest, making sure that your shoulders are down and out of your ears. Turn your head to the left side and breathe. Once again, don't lift that left shoulder up. Extend that leg out straight using the other hand to support it. And that will engage the hamstring along with the glute for this nice stretch. And you're also getting a nice chest opener as well on the left side. Breathe. Bend that knee. Bring it back into center. And slowly bring yourself up. The last pose we're going to do is called pigeon pose. And we're just going to come up onto our knees here. So we're coming into our table position. We're going to extend the right leg back. We're going to bring it in towards our right wrist and walk the left leg back behind you. So if you want to, you can just slightly walk that foot on the right side open. Push those shoulders back and out. Making sure that you're staying nice and straight and tall here. Getting the shoulders out of the ears, engaging that core. Feeling that nice extension through that back leg. And make sure that you're not rocking over to that right side. You want to stay right in the center. And then we're just going to very slowly walk our hands down. And we're going to come down into our sleeping pigeon or resting pigeon. You can lower your head on the mat. If you have a block, you can put your head on the block. And once again, we're going to feel a nice deep stretch through that glute, through that IT band. Getting a nice extension through the hip as well. Using that breath, deep inhale and exhale. And then very slowly walk it back up. Coming back into our nice table position. And we're going to do the same thing on the left side. Take that left leg, extend it straight behind you. Bring the knee to the outside of that left, or the inside of the left wrist. Take that leg, walk it back on the right side. You can walk the leg over a little bit. Using that foot. Push those shoulders back and out of the ears. Standing nice and tall here, making sure that you're in the center, not resting on that left hip. And then once again, very slowly, walk the hands down, lower the head, leaning all the way down in that resting pigeon pose. Feeling a nice stretch through the outside glute, IT band, And you'll even feel some quad stretch there as well. And breathe. Use that breath. Very slowly walk your hands back up, taking it back into that nice table position. And then we're just going to come back down onto the mat into our nice easy pose, taking the thumb and index finger together, locking that chi or energy in our body. I hope these stretches for your hips and your hamstrings will help you. Until we meet again, namaste.